When I see your face, I long for only your embrace. Love, when the autumn came, I knew our lives would never be the same. Here's to you, my lovely one. This is how I've come to have love. I have found my home. I can sing my song now that I'm with you. Love, I have found my home. I can sing my